Today we are in Dream Team Sunday. We are celebrating those of you that serve and are part of our Dream Team, and those of you that aren't, we're inviting you to come and join us in what we think is a really special team. And listen, I want to start by saying, if you're brand new today, if today is your first time with us, not every Sunday is like this. And, we're going to be doing some fun stuff in all of our locations. We're serving ice cream across all of our locations today. We don't do that every Sunday. We haven't quite got the budget for that. But, I'm going to be talking a lot to churchy people today. And so if you are new, if you're not a churchy person and you're trying to figure this stuff out, I want to give you like a backstage pass today. You get to look into why all these people are wearing T-shirts that don't fit them that nicely. And why would people give up their time and their free time without being paid to come and be part of this really corny name called the Dream Team? You get a little bit of a backstage pass into that, okay? You get access all areas. There's no pressure on you whatsoever today to sign up for everything, anything. There is no pressure to sign up for anything. Get your free ice cream at the end. Get your free gift bag at the end. And we'd love for you to join us again next week. But today I want to give us all a little bit of that experience of coming back to the first time that you were here. And I want you to think back the first time that you came to Lifecentral Church. Maybe it was back in the day when we were Zion and it was the old building across the way. Maybe you came to one of our locations first. Maybe it was in, the Haybridge at Hagley. Maybe it was over at Raleigh. Maybe it was in Clibberry. Maybe you watched us online. Maybe it was in Bromsgrove. I don't know. Remember, think back to the first time that you entered and you came to Lifecentral Church. Maybe it was your kids were invited and it was somebody at school that said to them, you should come to this kids club that they do on a Friday night. And so your kids came and they loved it. And they said, can we come on Sunday? Can we come on Sunday? Can we come on Sunday? And you thought, fine, whatever gets you out the house. And you thought, hey, an hour's free childcare. Who's going to say no to that? And maybe when you came to the service, you were anxious, thinking that they were all right, hoping, praying that they were having a good time. And maybe when you went to collect them, you were delighted that they'd had a good time. Or you thought, hey, can you keep them for the second service as well? Maybe somebody invited you and you came and you thought, fine, whatever, what's church going to be like? Yeah. And you weren't that bothered about it, but you didn't know at the time that the person who invited you was sitting there anxiously. They were nervous. They picked you up. They met you, and they're thinking, I'm hoping it's not weird today. I really hope they don't sing long today. I hope it's not that bald Scouser preaching today. Like, you didn't know, but they were thinking the whole time, I wonder what they're thinking. And they were trying to play it cool. Well, the minute the service finished, saying, did you enjoy it? Do you want to come back next week? Did you like it? Do you want to become a Christian? Like, they were trying to hold that in. But you enjoyed it. You came, and then you thought, yeah, I'd come again. And maybe you came for a few times, and you become part of us, and you're now finding yourself not calling it Lifecentral Church, but calling it my church. Or maybe when you came for the first time, you were full in, all in Christian. You knew all the Bible verses. You knew the songs. You got your Hillsong sticker in the back of your car. You got a fish on the back of your car. You got all of that, and you came, and you were just looking for a new church to be part of. But then going to a new church became my church and this church. And now that you're here, I want to say something. Now that you're here, we need you to help the people who were once where you were. You see, you might have found yourself sitting in that seat that you were invited and you didn't know what your friend was thinking, but now you found yourself coming at Christmas and Easter and you've brought friends and you've been sat there going, I'm hoping it's not weird, I'm hoping it's good, I'm hoping they like it. You've had all those feelings. Hey, we need all of you to be part of this movement and this church called Lifecentral Church. We're at a point in our history where I don't think we've had momentum like we've had, certainly in my time on staff and part of this church. We've never had more people who were like you. More people coming. We've had to adjust our budgets for the new people bags that we give out because we've gone over budget on what we planned for because we're having more and more new people come every single week. I've never experienced anything like what we're experiencing at the moment in the last 18 months. And the people before you, before me, before us did what they did so that we could experience what we experienced the first time we came. The people before us did what they did so that your kids and your family could experience what they experienced when they came for the first time. I think back to my first experience of part of this church. I've been on staff now for 12 and a half years, and we were part of the church for around about 18 months. It was Zion Christian Centre back then, and I've learned a lot about the history of this church. It started in 1979, and in fact, in the autumn, we're going to celebrate our 45th anniversary, so look out for the dates and the celebrations around that. But, in 1986, which was the year I was born, which is going to make some of you feel a little bit old, I'm sorry about that, a bunch of people as part of the church, there was around about 150 people in the church at that time, and they had the faith to buy the building that we've just sold half of next door. There was 150 people, and the building was way too big for them at that time. But those people, they got their hands in their pockets, they got their scrubs on, and they painted, they decorated, they sanded, they laid carpet, they got chairs, they prepared it all, and they worked hard. And I've loved hearing the stories of the different things, hearing the stories of the elders at that time who met in a lunch hour to go and walk around the building to see if it was the place that God was calling them to buy. And I've loved walking around with some of the old elders and being on the youth floor and them saying, I did that over there. And so then when this cheeky little scouser in January 2012 turns up, guess what? I didn't have to build a youth ministry because there was already a youth ministry here. Because the people who went before me did what they did so that I could experience what I did. And over my 12 and a half years on staff, I've sat with people and I've heard their stories and the stories of what people have done and experienced through this church. And I've thought to myself, I want to do that for my generation. I want to be part of something that makes a difference, that goes down in history. Hey, I don't want to just do that for my generation. I want to do it for the next generation as well. And see that this church has a brilliant mission, and it's this. We want to help people find and follow Jesus. If you cut us down the middle like a stick of rock, it will say, help people find and follow Jesus. Everything that we do is about helping people find and follow Jesus. And we are so passionate about that. And one of the ways in which we do that is we create a church that we want to build a church that unchurched people want to feel a part of and where church people can grow. And what's great is you look back through the Bible and you can see in the early stages of the church, that was what they were trying to do. And in the book of Acts, it's basically a record of all the different stories of what the disciples got up to after Jesus went up to heaven. And we're going to pick it up in Acts 6 because I think it's a great story. It says, in those days when the number of disciples were increasing, they were giving out new people bags all the time. The Hellenistic Jews among them complained against the Hebraic Jews because their widows were being overlooked in the daily distribution of food. An early dispute in the life of the early church. So the 12 gathered all the disciples together and said, it would not be right for us to neglect the ministry of the word of God and in order to wait on tables. They were saying, basically, we're getting this wrong. We're not very good at giving people food in the right way. We're good at telling people about Jesus, but we're not good at the food thing. Brothers and sisters, choose 7 men from among you who are known to be full of the Spirit and wisdom. We will turn this responsibility over to them, and we'll give our attention to prayer and the ministry of the word. This proposal pleased the whole group. I feel like that should be underlined, because I think that's the only time in church history that something has been proposed and the whole group. There wasn't anyone going on Facebook after going, oh, that was a stupid decision, wasn't it? There was no one nattering over tea and coffee afterwards going, I can't believe what they're doing there. Can you believe that? The whole group were pleased. They chose Stephen, a man full of faith and of the Holy Spirit. Also Philip, Prochorus, Nicanor, Timon, Parmenas, and Nicholas from Antioch, a convert to Judaism. They presented these men to the apostles, who prayed and laid their hands on them, and the first dream team was born. So the word of God spread. The number of disciples in Jerusalem, in Halesoe and Bromsgrove, increased rapidly, and a large number of priests became obedient to the faith. These guys were on a mission. They were on a mission to spread the good news of the resurrection of Jesus. They wanted to grow the early church, and it was growing, and it was exciting, and there was momentum, and it reached a point where they went, we can't do this on our own anymore. It's no longer just about the 12 who were with Jesus. We've got to get other people involved. We've got to get people to help us, help people find and follow Jesus. They needed to recruit. And so today we want to make an invitation to you. If you're not already in the dream team, we want to make an invitation to you to make one of the best investments of time in your lifetime. Outside of your family, obviously, but we want to invite you. We think that being part of the dream team is one of the best investments of time in your lifetime, because the local church is the activity of God on planet Earth. And I can't think of something better that you could invest, that I could invest my time on earth doing. But I want to be really clear. The dream team is not about come and do. It's about come and be. We're not asking you to just come and fill a rota. We're not asking you to just come and pour cups of coffee so that we can be all right on a Sunday. We're asking you to come and be part of a community. We used to say that joining the dream team was the second best way to get to know people. We actually are starting to think joining the dream team is the best way to get to know people in this church. We're inviting you to come and be part of the dream team and be the hands and feet of Jesus. Be like the disciples and be like Jesus, serving other people. Be part of a bigger mission. Be part of the mission of helping people find and follow Jesus. And you might think, well, what's the dream team look like? Who do they look like? Well, we've got a little video to introduce you just to some of our wonderful dream team. Have a look.
Hi, my name is Andy Hall.
Hi, my name's Becky Taylor.
Hi, my name is Laura Jochi.
Hi, my name is Lanre Olasukun.
Hi, my name is Emma Morris.
Hi, my name is Brenda Collins. I'm in the Dream Team and I help with Connection Point.
I'm part of the Dream Team and I help out with the car park.
I'm in the Dream Team and I help with hosting.
I'm in the Dream Team. I help with the production, sound mixing, and also camera.
I'm in the Dream Team and I help with online moderation for services.
I'm in the Dream Team and I help with the kids team.
I signed up because a good person thought that I've got all the skills, and I'm so glad she did because I just love hosting.
I signed up because I want to help the work of God. I don't just want to be a consumer. I want to contribute to the church I serve.
I signed up because I'd been coming to the church for about 8 or 9 months and I was just really keen to get involved, get serving in some way.
I signed up on the team because I thought it was something quite simple that I could actually carry out for the church.
I signed up to join Connection Point because it's a good chance to meet people and to share my story with other people of how I've come to faith.
I signed up because I wanted to do more than just come to church. I wanted to serve on a team and I wanted to do more for my church.
You should join the Dream Team because, for me, I found this has been the best way to really connect with people in the church. I serve on the kids team with people who, without serving with them, I probably wouldn't have engaged with them or connected with them. And most of all, it's just fun. I absolutely love serving on the kids team and being a part of the kids team.
You should join the Dream Team because no matter what you think you have to offer, it can be used in such a big way to help the team and the church out.
You should join a dream team because you don't want to be just a consumer. You want to contribute and help other people to find Jesus just as you have found it.
It helped me in my relationship with Jesus by connecting with people. You know, the big thing is, you never know who you're going to touch just by a smile.
You should join the Dream Team because it's a great way to meet other people that you wouldn't normally meet. It's a great way to expand your circle in the church, and it's just a great way to serve God.
You should join the Dream Team because it's a chance to get to know people more at church, meet new people, and we're basically a great bunch of people and fun.
You saw there some of the roles that are available on the Dream Team. I've got over here a table of lots of things that represent loads of the different stuff that you can get involved with on the Dream Team. So we've got some gardening that needs doing. Down the sides, this should be a punishment for if you don't turn up the day you're on rota. No, I'm joking. This time of year, we've got loads of gardening. We want to keep our outside nice and clean and tidy. You could join our hosting team. It's really important that we make a good first impression, and breath makes a really good impression. And so we give all of our hosting team mints when they arrive. We do. It's there. You could be part of our connection point team. What a privilege. The first time people enter and come to church, you could be one of the people that puts a gift in their hand. You could be the face of Lifecentral Church and say, hey, come again next week. You could be a connect group leader and help lead people through discussions, looking at different series, unpacking what we do on Sundays, helping people follow Jesus in their day-to-day life. You could be part of our young adults team who love coffee and serving and investing in our young adults. You could be part of our media team. I'm looking at the gimbal now. We take loads and loads of pictures, video. We need people that help us to capture stuff so that when they go online, they can get a good impression of what this church is actually about. You could join us on the Alpha team. What a great place to be in, helping people, hosting those discussions on the tables, greeting people, helping people feel comfortable to bring their questions. You could be on the car park team. Now, at this time of year, it's a great time to be on the car park. Thank you to the car park team that in the winter and the autumn stand there in the wind and the rain and direct your cars. You could join our kids team. Join the kids team. You could join our food bank team. What a great privilege again to be helping people with giving them parcels of food who are most in need. You could be part of our refreshments team. Let me say, I know we don't serve the greatest coffee in the world, but you could be the greatest server of coffee in the world. Come on. You could join the worship team. Dan won't let me in, but he might let you in. You could join the youth team, sit around and play PlayStation. There they are, they're over there, they're the noisy ones. Investing in young people, investing in the next generation. Like the next gen team, if I wasn't on staff, that would be where I would be volunteering. You could join our prayer team. Week in, week out, we have people who are praying for you, who are available for prayer. If you're passionate about praying for people, we would love to hear from you. You can get involved in our furniture delivery project. Going and giving people furniture, collecting furniture to be donated and delivering it to people in our communities that need it the most. You could be one of our online studio presenters. Every week we have a couple of people up in the studio welcoming people. I'm holding this because it's force of habit. But we welcome people online. They're almost like the online hosts. And Tom and Hannah are doing that this morning. But maybe you want to have a go at some TV work. We'd love to hear from you. And in fact, online hosting today in the back corner of the Hell's-Owen Auditorium, we've got Becky. She's our online host. She looks after the chats and welcomes people. And we've got a few people. We've got Janet running YouTube today. We've got a few people that just greet people. You don't need to be a computer whiz to do our online hosting team. You just need to be able to copy and paste and be able to type with a smile. That's all you need. So maybe if you're somebody who watches regularly online and you want to serve, this is a great way to get involved and serve. You could join our production team. They talk about being an invisible signpost. They want to help people to have a distraction-free service and experience of God. And so they work so hard, but it's a great team to be a part of. We'd love you to do that. You could be a host home. Every year we run a gap year program for 17 to 25-year-olds about investing in the next generation of leaders. We've currently, for next year, got 3 people who have applied, all from long distances who don't live in the local area. They need somewhere to live. Maybe you're an empty nester. Maybe you have got a spare room in your house that you think, I could host an 18 or 20-year-old person to come and live with us so it frees them up to be able to come and experience what God might have for them here. Talk to us about that. You could be part of our admin team, helping us with reception, helping it when guests and clients come, and lots of different things. You could help with our care network team and supporting people through life's crises. That's why I've got a pack of tissues there. You can help, and the guys who are in the care network are phenomenal, and they're great shoulders to cry on. If you're a good listener, we want to hear from you. And finally, we have warm welcome that happens every Wednesday in the atrium there, and it's a space for people to connect. Maybe grab a warm meal. If you're good at chatting with people and connecting with people, and you're available on a Wednesday lunchtime, again, warm welcome is the place for you. We've also got something new that we're launching today called volunteer staff positions. And we were aware that there's some volunteers that we think were carrying quite a bit of leadership and weight that we would love to pay them, but we can't afford to. And we wanted to honour them in the position that they're in. And then when we got to thinking about it, we thought there may well be some volunteer positions that we want to create. That maybe you're looking for something meaningful to give your time to, then we have got some volunteer staff positions around being a digital pastor, around some IT support, with Sean, who's our operations manager, moving on. We really need some help with our IT support. There's some other stuff there around social media and around video editing. Have a look. We've been working really, really hard on our website. And developing that on our website now is all of those roles and more, with the information and the details that you require and the forms that you can register and sign up. Now I've done the big pitch. The easiest thing is to do nothing. The easiest thing is to go, nah. Or you can think this: you don't need me. You're already sorted. You've already got people, the band are great, you don't need me. You've already got people on cameras, you've already got a great kids team, you don't need me. Hey, Lifecentral is already a big church. I've been doing some maths. And I added up. So in Halesowen, there's around about 60,000 people. In Bromsgrove, there's around 30,000 people. In Hagley, there's 7,000 people. In Clibry, there's around about 3,000 people. When you add that together, it comes to around about 110,000 people in the communities where we're based. Now, on a Sunday, we engage with around about 1,000 people. And so that means on a Sunday, we engage with 0.9% of the communities that we're in. We're a big church, but we're not a big church because there's 99.1% of people in our community still to be reached. And that's not including, and I know some of you are going, but I live in Starbridge, I live in Bartley Green. Hey, we're not even counting that. There is a whole wide world out there that doesn't yet know Jesus, that we are passionate that if they knew about Jesus, their life would be better and they would be better at life. It's 99.1% of people. So for me, it is easy to do nothing, but what if the people before us did nothing? When you turned up, when I turned up, there was a PA desk and there was someone sat at it. I turned up and the youth floor was already there because people had done something. And what they did in a moment created momentum which fueled a movement and is continuing to fuel the movement of the church. And like I said earlier, we have never had momentum like we've got at the moment. We are reaching new people all the time. And if you're on the dream team already, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the time that you give. Thank you for the money that you give. Thank you for the investment. Thank you for the rush that you do when you finish work on a Wednesday, chuck a Mackies down your throat and turn up for kids or youth on a Wednesday night. Thank you for getting here early on a Sunday morning. Thank you for going to bed early on a Saturday night for us. Thank you for what you do. And here is what you are contributing to happening. We got an email a couple of weeks ago and I've taken a few lines from it. She said, we spoke to a lovely lady who was very helpful, and everyone we spoke to, knowing we were all new, were so lovely. We are very much looking forward to next week. I looked on Google. We got a 5-star review, everyone. This is what it said. What an amazing experience. Professional singers. Must have been a different band on that day. Refreshments. Good energy everywhere. A very welcoming and happy place to worship and pray and thank God for everything. We had a baptism service a couple of months ago. There's one coming up in a couple of weeks. And I pulled some stories. One person said, I went home, started exploring local churches, and I came across Lifecentral Church on Facebook. I watched online and then started coming in person. I was a bit nervous, but straight from the word go, there's people welcoming you, almost like they're expecting you. It's because we are. A couple of other people said, I Googled churches and Lifecentral just called out to me. I inquired and everyone was so friendly. Final one, I decided to come to Lifecentral on the Sunday. Door openers in this building were really important for me. You know the people when you walk in and they go, morning, good to see you. I've stood on those doors. You feel like a right lemon sometimes. Morning. Welcome to church. You feel like a lemon. But it was really important for that person because they said they made me feel welcome and welcomed me with open arms. And these are people who have found Jesus. Why? Because of the dream team, because of what you guys are investing and the time investment that you are putting in. And so we want to thank you today in all of our locations. We're giving out ice cream. We want to take a bunch of pictures as well. We've got some Dream Team signs that Gaz and some of our photographers are going to be mooching around afterwards. But also in September, we've got our annual Dream Team party. It's on the 27th of September. And the theme is masks and monotones. What does that mean, Andy, I hear you think? So masks, you can interpret this however you want, okay? You can go all in, or you can just do a little nod to it. It's the same theme, same with any theme that we do for our Dream Team parties. So masks, you can think masquerade ball and come with a cool little mask like that. You can come with a COVID mask if you want. Like, you can come with a full head mask like a creepy clown. Like, however you want to come, you can come in like a beauty spa face mask if you want. However you want to interpret it, you can do that. And then the monotones is basically, we needed alliteration for the theme. And we just pick a colour and come all in that colour. So if black is your thing, come in all black. If purple is your thing, dye your hair purple if you've got hair. Like, get involved, come in a purple suit. Like, we want it to be a vibrant mass of colours and masks, and we're going to party. And we've got some great ideas. Sam and I were in America, and we're going, oh, yeah, we could do that at the Dream Team party. We're nicking loads of ideas. So we've got some great ideas. It's going to be a great evening, and we would love you to come to that. And if you are not part of the Dream Team, if you sign up, you can come. Here's what will happen next week. Next week at church, at one of our locations, a mum will turn up. And she's convinced her husband to give church a go. And he's like, fine, I'll give it one chance. And so she's praying. She's praying that her husband sees somebody from work that he knows or somebody that he's met before, a familiar face. She's praying that he enjoys it. And they take the kids down to Gems and Adventurers and Explorers and Pioneers, and they drop them off. And she prays that the kids have a great time. And they sit in the service. And she's thinking, I hope they don't sing too long. I hope the preacher's not a bit weird. And she's praying the whole time that this could be the answer to her prayers, because she's desperate to experience and encounter Jesus for herself. Next week, there'll be somebody who Googles Lifecentral Church, and they pick up their phone and they follow the link through and they watch us online. And they might watch for a couple of weeks and then they go, I'm going to try it in person. And they turn up and they're nervous, they're anxious. They wondered if they should have bought a ticket because they've never been to church before. They're wondering where they're allowed to sit. Will they stand up at the wrong times? Will they sit down? Will they speak out at the wrong times? Will they know the words? They're worried about all of that, but they come. And they feel welcome, and maybe they sign up to Alpha. See, every week, these things are happening, and every week, someone somewhere is praying that that you are the answer to their prayers, are the answer to their prayers for their family, for their marriage, for their sense of lostness, answer to their prayers for the questions that they have got, for their mental health. And so, if you've ever thought, I wish there was a church like this when I was growing up, then I want to invite you to be part of building a church like this for your generation, for your friends, so you can feel confident when you invite people, when you say, hey, come and sit with me at church. When you hear people talking in the supermarket about how life's not going great, you can say, hey, come and sit with me at Lifecentral Church. I want to invite you to invest in that for your generation, but also for the next generation. So that our kids, so that your kids and young people can say, I'm thankful there was a church like this when I was growing up. Because we want to invest in our local community. And so all I'm asking for today, if you're not part of the Dream Team, all I'm asking is for 5 minutes. 5 minutes for you to consider where your place might be in the Dream Team. And in all of our locations, in a few moments' time, we're going to explain how you can use those 5 minutes to explore and ask some questions and find out some more details. But someone who's in my Connect group, Sarah, she's part of the production team. A couple of years ago, she took 5 minutes to consider what the Dream Team might look for her. And this is her story. Take a look.
My name's Sarah. I have a husband, Rob, and daughter, Molly. We've been coming to Lifecentral for about 6 years. I joined the Dream Team because another volunteer, another member of the production team, approached me. And I was, at the time, quite hesitant, quite anxious to actually do it because of... I was just very self-conscious about it, I think, and really nervous. But it was more of a, at the time, honestly, felt like I was forcing myself to do it because I knew I needed to get out of my comfort zone. So it was one of those things where I said, yes, let's do it. And then afterwards kind of went home going, what have I just put my name down for? Those people that know me know that I overthink everything. And basically at the time I was actually going through a bit of a rough spot. I suppose I felt lonely, but just gradually as time went on, I just lost my sort of self-confidence and my sort of sense of self-worth and who I really was. I never felt like I was any good at anything, and when it came to actually coming to the first rehearsal on a Thursday, I was walking up the road, no word of a lie, feeling like I want to run away, I want to turn around, I don't want to do this, what are people going to think of me? I was so massively in my head about it. And it was almost at the time, I think I almost felt God say to me, like, just jump and I'll catch you. So I've been on production team now for about 18 months. Loved every minute. I mostly do camera work. I started off actually on one of the static cameras, and I now do a bit of vision mixing in the back, and you'll sometimes see me running around with the camera in my hand like a bit of a nutcase. Yeah, I started off feeling really self-conscious. Didn't know if I'd be any good for it. But honestly, being on the production team with the people that I've been on the team with have just been really encouraging. When I've started on production team, I feel like I've been placed into it. I think the people on the team have really brought me out of my shell, whether they realise it or not. Just everybody was instantly welcoming, supportive, and I never once felt like I couldn't be myself. You know, come as you are. So my confidence has grown massively. I feel more able to be myself and just try new things and just step out more. I feel like in terms of my relationship with God, I feel that I can trust God more. I feel like every now and then when I am afraid to do something now, I'll just say, just jump. I feel closer to the church now. I feel more connected. I feel like it's honestly a big piece of my heart at the moment. Yeah, I feel like when I come to church now, I feel like it's just like a second home. I want, you know, feel excited to come. So I think definitely the best investment of my time has been serving on the Dream Team. I felt that I would never be up to being able to be used for anything, but I would say to anyone wanting to join the Dream Team that if God can use someone like me, then he can definitely use anyone.
Great. And it's been such a privilege to see Sarah grow in the last 2 years as she's been on production team, but it's not join the Dream Team and everything will be all right, but you'll find family, you'll find community, you'll find purpose and meaning. You'll find where God's calling you to be the hands and feet and the work of God on planet Earth. See, we can't do it without God, but God won't do it without us. And so I want to invite you in all of our locations to partner with us. Before I hand over to the local hosts there and the online host, we've been doing some really great work on our website. Russ, who's our comms manager, has been working tirelessly to get this done. In the Dream Team section of our website, I mentioned it earlier, you can find role descriptions of everything within the Dream Team. You can find out some of the expectations, the time commitments, all of that you can find on our website. Some of the roles that I talked about require a bit of a process and an application, particularly ones around leadership and investing in others, but loads of them you can just sign up and then one of the team will be in touch with you.